The whole country is in a state of emergency, so everyone at this level must be able to move faster and abandon the unnecessary red tape.
Africa is eager to change. And what would happen if all African nations became self-dependent regarding the economy? 3 nations have already taken this action and are on the road to success. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso are the 3 nations that decided to take the bold step and withdrew from ECOWAS. However, many think this might not end well for these 3 nations. Analysts who understand economics say this is the best decision the African nations could ever make. But why are these nations too eager to become self-reliant? And why aren't other nations doing the same? Have they taken the responsibility of changing Africa upon themselves? Let's find out. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso are 3 coup-hit nations that decided to withdraw from ECOWAS. But what motivated Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso to withdraw from ECOWAS? In recent times, the joint statement issued by the military juntas of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso has sparked significant attention. The central question arises: why did these 3 West African nations decide to withdraw from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS? This points towards a key factor: a perceived lack of support and the imposition of what the juntas term as illegitimate, inhumane, and irresponsible sanctions by ECOWAS in response to the coups in these countries. The military juntas of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso assert that instead of offering support to address the security threats their countries faced, ECOWAS chose a punitive approach. The question arises regarding how ECOWAS responded to the coups and why the juntas perceive the regional organization's actions as unhelpful. ECOWAS, as a regional economic union, has been historically involved in conflict resolution and peacekeeping efforts within West Africa. However, the response to the coup in these 3 nations appears to have fueled dissatisfaction among the military leaders. What is the nature of the sanctions imposed by ECOWAS? Here's a reminder to please like and share the video, and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black culture, history, civilization, and identity. Let's continue now. The joint statement from Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso points out that ECOWAS imposed sanctions that are deemed illegitimate, inhumane, and irresponsible. Examining the nature of these sanctions becomes essential to delve deeper into the situation. What specific measures did ECOWAS take, and how did the juntas interpret them as detrimental to their countries? Sanctions are commonly used as a diplomatic tool to pressure governments or entities to change their behavior. In the context of these West African nations, understanding the details of the sanctions, whether economic, political, or otherwise, sheds light on the grievances expressed by the military juntas. The characterization of ECOWAS's sanctions as illegitimate, inhumane, and irresponsible raises questions about the perspective of the military juntas. The juntas argue that ECOWAS opted for punitive measures instead of assisting their countries in addressing security threats. The joint statement emphasizes that ECOWAS did not assist the countries in addressing security threats, prompting the military juntas to take control of their destinies. This raises the question of the role of security threats in the decision to withdraw from the regional organization. What does the withdrawal signify for the affected nations? The withdrawal of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso from ECOWAS signifies a significant shift in their political, economic, and diplomatic strategies. Politically, it suggests a desire for these nations to assert more control over their domestic affairs and chart their courses without being bound by the decisions of the regional organization. Economically, the withdrawal may lead to the re-evaluation of trade and economic policies, as these countries seek to establish independent economic relationships. Diplomatically, it signals a potential foreign policy reorientation, with the withdrawn nations pursuing alliances and partnerships outside the ECOWAS framework. The decision reflects a pursuit of greater sovereignty and autonomy. The withdrawal may also have implications for governance within these nations, as they may face increased pressure to demonstrate effective leadership and address internal challenges independently. Additionally, it might impact regional cooperation efforts within West Africa, as the withdrawn nations may pursue bilateral or alternative regional partnerships. Internationally, the decision could affect these nations' standing and influence, potentially leading to alliances and shifts in diplomatic relations. The international community's and neighboring countries' reactions will be crucial in shaping the affected nations' diplomatic futures. Does the withdrawal affect ECOWAS as a regional organization? The withdrawal of 3 member states poses significant challenges to ECOWAS regarding stability and efficacy. The organization faces potential shifts in power dynamics, as the departure of these nations may alter the balance of influence among the remaining member states. This could impact the decision-making processes and the ability to implement regional policies effectively. The withdrawal also raises questions about ECOWAS's credibility in addressing regional issues. The organization's foundational principles of cooperation and integration are challenged when member states decide to exit. The effectiveness of ECOWAS in promoting peace, security, and economic development may be compromised, and the withdrawal might undermine the trust and commitment of the remaining member states. Additionally, the departure of these nations may necessitate a reassessment of ECOWAS's strategies and goals. The organization may need to adapt to a new geopolitical landscape, potentially redefining its objectives and strengthening its internal cohesion to maintain its relevance and influence in the region. Overall, the withdrawal challenges the unity and effectiveness of ECOWAS as a regional institution. How does this withdrawal differ from previous instances in ECOWAS's history? Due to its unprecedented scale, this withdrawal differs from previous instances in ECOWAS's history. Never before have 3 member nations simultaneously decided to leave the organization. Past instances of withdrawal have typically involved individual nations and were often linked to specific political or economic issues within those countries. The collective nature of this departure suggests a shared dissatisfaction or divergence of interests among the withdrawing nations, marking a unique challenge for ECOWAS in maintaining its cohesion and relevance. Analysts view this withdrawal as an unprecedented challenge for ECOWAS, expressing concerns about the organization's stability and effectiveness. The departure of 3 nations simultaneously is seen as a blow to the regional body, raising questions about its ability to address collective challenges and maintain its role as a unifying force in West Africa. Analysts may also discuss the potential geopolitical ramifications and the broader implications for regional cooperation and integration. The strained relationship between ECOWAS and the withdrawing nations poses a significant threat to the stability of the West African region. The departure of these countries may lead to a void in regional cooperation, impacting efforts to address security concerns, political stability, and economic development. The lack of a unified regional approach could potentially exacerbate existing challenges and create new sources of tension, undermining the collective efforts to ensure stability in West Africa. How does this withdrawal challenge the efficacy of ECOWAS as a regional bloc? The withdrawal challenges the efficacy of ECOWAS by testing its ability to maintain unity and address regional issues collectively. The departure of 3 member states raises questions about the organization's authority, highlighting potential weaknesses in its structure and decision-making processes. The challenge for ECOWAS lies in adapting to the new geopolitical landscape, regaining the trust of its remaining members, and demonstrating its continued relevance in promoting regional stability and cooperation. The withdrawal highlights the fragility of regional unions when faced with internal disputes, necessitating a careful reassessment of the organization's strategies and goals. But what was ECOWAS made for? The establishment of ECOWAS in 1975 was driven by the shared aspirations of West African nations to enhance regional cooperation and address common challenges. The historical context involves recognizing the need for collective efforts to promote economic development, political stability, and social progress. The founding members sought to overcome historical divisions, promote peace, and create a framework for mutual benefit. Examining the historical roots helps us understand the initial vision and goals that shaped ECOWAS and paved the way for its evolution. Has ECOWAS ever promoted cooperation and integration among its member nations? ECOWAS promotes cooperation and integration through various mechanisms, such as the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, ETLS, Common External Tariffs, and Free Movement Protocols. The organization facilitates collaboration in areas like agriculture, infrastructure, and education. ECOWAS also engages in conflict prevention and resolution, contributing to a sense of regional solidarity. ECOWAS aims to create a more integrated and interconnected West Africa by fostering economic and diplomatic ties. ECOWAS contributes to economic stability by implementing policies that enhance trade, economic development, and regional integration. The organization promotes intra-regional trade, reduces trade barriers, and supports infrastructure projects. Initiatives like the West African Economic and Monetary Union, WEMU, and the West African Monetary Zone, WAMZA, aim to strengthen economic coordination. ECOWAS seeks to create a more stable and prosperous West African region by addressing economic challenges collectively. What made everyone concerned was that the three nations immediately withdrew from ECOWAS. There is a process that the nations are supposed to follow, and immediate action can raise many concerns. What is the process of withdrawal from the ECOWAS bloc? The withdrawal process from the Economic Community of West African States. ECOWAS involves a series of formal steps outlined in the ECOWAS Treaty. Firstly, a member state intending to withdraw must formally notify the ECOWAS Commission, signaling their decision. Following this notification, a consultation phase ensues, allowing discussions between the withdrawing member state and the ECOWAS Commission to address concerns or explore potential resolutions. The ultimate decision on withdrawal is made by the authority of heads of state and government of ECOWAS, a body composed of the leaders of member states. If deemed necessary, amendments to the ECOWAS Treaty reflecting changes in membership may be considered, requiring consensus among member states and legal procedures to formalize the alterations. Upon finalizing the decision and any necessary treaty amendments, the withdrawing member state completes the official withdrawal process, marking its formal separation from ECOWAS. Additionally, provisions for a transition period may be established, facilitating adjustments between the departing nation and ECOWAS to mitigate potential disruptions. The withdrawal process, guided by the ECOWAS Treaty, underscores the commitment to structured and diplomatic procedures in managing regional membership changes while respecting member states' sovereign decisions. A critical aspect of the withdrawal process is the time frame for providing notice to ECOWAS. According to the ECOWAS Treaty, member states intending to quit the bloc must provide a one-year written notice. Has ECOWAS received formal notification of withdrawal from Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso? ECOWAS says that it did not receive any notification from the three nations. The absence of formal notification of withdrawal from Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso to ECOWAS introduces a layer of uncertainty. It raises several implications for the procedural aspects of the withdrawal process. Without formal notification, the withdrawal status remains unclear, and ECOWAS may face challenges in implementing the established procedures outlined in the ECOWAS Treaty. Firstly, the lack of formal notification could hinder the initiation of the consultation phase, a crucial step in the withdrawal process. Consultations allow dialogue between the withdrawing member states and the ECOWAS Commission to address concerns, explore potential resolutions, or reconsider the decision to withdraw. Without formal notification, the organization may find it challenging to engage in structured discussions. Moreover, the absence of a formal notification might impact the decision-making authority of heads of state and the government of ECOWAS. The final decision on withdrawal typically involves this authoritative body, and the lack of notification may impede their ability to deliberate on the matter and make informed decisions regarding the withdrawal. From a legal perspective, the ECOWAS Treaty may not be set in motion without formal notification. The treaty outlines the steps and procedures for withdrawal, and the initiation of these steps is contingent upon the official communication of intent by the withdrawing member state. The reasons behind the delay or absence of formal notification may vary, ranging from diplomatic considerations to internal processes within the withdrawing nations. It could indicate ongoing discussions, attempts at resolution, or procedural complexities within the domestic context of the member states. And how would this withdrawal impact ECOWAS? The decision of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso to withdraw from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS carries far-reaching consequences with implications across various domains. One immediate concern is the potential impact on the return of democracy in the coup-hit countries. The withdrawal raises questions about the commitment of these nations to adhere to transitional timelines set by ECOWAS, potentially disrupting established processes and delaying the restoration of political stability. Externally, the shift away from ECOWAS creates opportunities for external actors, with particular attention to Russia. The withdrawal may open avenues for external influence in the region, altering the geopolitical dynamics and introducing new players into the West African context. Additionally, the withdrawal can potentially impact the regional balance of power within West Africa. Shifts in power dynamics could affect the ability of regional organizations, including ECOWAS, to address collective challenges. The consequences may extend to regional cooperation, conflict resolution, and the overall effectiveness of ECOWAS in promoting stability and development. How would the entrance of nations like Russia and China impact the three nations, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso? The political landscapes of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso are undergoing potential transformations as new nations contemplate entering the scene. Despite recent coups, these nations have the opportunity to reshape their geopolitical standing through alliances, particularly with global players like Russia and China. Such alliances have the potential to bring about various benefits, fostering economic development, political independence, and technological advancements while dependence on regional organizations like ECOWAS. The entry of new nations into the political arena offers Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso the chance to diversify their alliances beyond the regional framework of ECOWAS. Engaging with countries like Russia and China enables access to alternative avenues for economic cooperation, diplomatic support, and technological partnerships. Diversification reduces dependence on a single regional entity, opening up new possibilities for collaboration and fostering a more inclusive approach to international relations. Alliances with nations like Russia and China can bring significant economic opportunities for these nations. The robust economies of these global players, coupled with their extensive infrastructure development capabilities, can contribute to economic growth, job creation, and the development of key sectors in Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Collaborative projects, investments, and trade agreements have the potential to create a more stable and prosperous environment, alleviating the economic challenges faced by these nations. Forming alliances with nations outside ECOWAS provides these nations with a pathway to greater political independence. By forging partnerships with diverse global actors, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso can assert their autonomy in decision-making processes, avoiding undue influence from regional organizations. This newfound political independence allows for more flexibility in shaping policies that align with their national interests, promoting a sovereign and self-determined political landscape. Collaboration with nations like Russia and China often involves technology transfer and knowledge exchange. This can catalyze advancements in crucial sectors, such as infrastructure, telecommunications, and healthcare. Access to cutting-edge technologies can boost innovation, improve the quality of services, and enhance the overall competitiveness of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso on the global stage, positioning them as players at the forefront of technological progress. Aligning with major global players brings geopolitical support to these coup-hit nations. This support is crucial in navigating regional challenges, garnering diplomatic backing in international forums, and promoting their interests on a global scale. It counterbalances any potential consequences of the withdrawal from ECOWAS, strengthening their geopolitical standing and ensuring a more influential role in international affairs. Strategic partnerships with nations like Russia and China can foster a collaborative approach to addressing security concerns. These alliances may include defense cooperation, intelligence sharing, and joint efforts to combat common threats. The establishment of such partnerships contributes to regional stability and enhances the security architecture of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, ensuring a safer and more secure environment for their populations. The entrance of new nations into alliances with Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso can act as a catalyst for comprehensive development. Beyond economic and political aspects, collaboration in areas such as education, healthcare, and sustainable development projects can contribute to improved living standards and the population's overall well-being. This holistic approach to development ensures that the benefits of alliances extend beyond economic growth to positively impact people's daily lives in these nations. By forging alliances with nations outside the ECOWAS region, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso can reduce their dependence on regional organizations. This shift allows them to chart their course, making decisions that best suit their unique circumstances and national priorities. Reduced regional dependence empowers these nations to pursue policies that align with their interests, fostering a sense of autonomy and self-determination. In a daring and challenging decision, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have opted to step away from the regional framework of ECOWAS, signaling a significant shift in their geopolitical strategies. While critics argue that this decision might be misguided, the three nations are determined to carve a new path for themselves, seeking independence and autonomy. Despite the risks involved, proponents argue that this bold move is worth taking, offering the potential for transformative changes that could redefine the future of these nations. Leaving ECOWAS provides Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso with an opportunity to pursue strategic independence. These nations can diversify their geopolitical engagements by forging new alliances and partnerships outside the regional bloc. This strategic independence allows them to prioritize their national interests, free from the collective decision-making processes of ECOWAS. It is a bold step towards asserting themselves as players on the global stage. One of the key motivations behind the decision to leave ECOWAS is the belief that it will enhance economic resilience. By diversifying alliances and engaging with countries like Russia and China, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso aim to tap into alternative economic opportunities. Collaborative projects and trade agreements with these global players could bring about a new era of economic growth, job creation, and sectoral development, reducing their dependency on regional entities. Leaving ECOWAS represents a geopolitical reorientation for these nations. By seeking alliances beyond the African continent, they aim to position themselves as global actors with a voice in international affairs. This shift is calculated to garner geopolitical support and influence, counterbalancing any potential consequences of their departure from ECOWAS. The worth of independence is at the heart of this bold decision. While critics question the wisdom of leaving an established regional organization, supporters argue that the potential benefits, including political autonomy, economic opportunities, and technological advancements, make the move worthwhile. The pursuit of independence is seen as an investment in the long-term stability and prosperity of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Do you think the three coup-hit nations are making the right decision? Why do these nations want economic independence? What made them crave self-dependency? Let us know in the comment section. Do you think more nations should take the power into their own hands? Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: the Black culture, civilization, history, and evidence about how glorious Blacks have been. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.